All right, let's dive into the beautiful game, football. You've probably heard it's the most popular sport on the planet, and that's no exaggeration. It's like a global language that's understood everywhere, from massive stadiums to the smallest neighborhood parks.
And when we say popular, we really mean it. We're talking millions upon millions of people who play. But honestly, that number doesn't even begin to scratch the surface of the billions who follow their favorite teams with a passion that's just, well, on another level. It's a true global phenomenon.
So if you're new to it, you might watch a match and just see 22 people running around looking like they're just chaotically chasing a ball. But underneath all of that, there's this brilliant, elegant set of rules that gives the game its entire structure and suspense. So let's break that down. Let's learn the code.
Okay, so first things first. We've got to start with the absolute fundamentals. The field, the players, and the one simple goal that drives every single second of the match. The core structure is actually pretty straightforward. You've got two teams, each with 11 players on the field. The game is split into two halves, 45 minutes each, with a 15-minute break in the middle. Oh, and here's a fun fact. A team actually has to have at least 7 players on the field. Any less, and they have to forfeit the match. So these basic numbers, they set the stage for everything else. At the end of the day, with all the fancy footwork, all the complex strategy, it all boils down to one simple thing. You have to get the ball completely over the opponent's goal line. That's it. That's a goal. And it's from this incredibly simple objective that all the game's drama, complexity, and beauty emerges. All right, now we're getting into the stuff that tends to cause the most debate. And, let's be honest, the most confusion, especially for new fans. We're talking fouls, cards, and, yes, the infamous offside rule.
So, what exactly is a foul? Well, you can think of it as any action that the referee decides is unfair or against the rules of the game. This could be anything from a tackle that's way too aggressive to a simple push, or, the classic, intentionally hitting the ball with your hand. Ultimately, it's all up to the referee's interpretation in that moment.
Now, to enforce those rules, the referee has two main tools in their pocket. First, there's the yellow card. Think of this as a formal warning, like, hey, knock it off. But then there's the red card. A red card means you are ejected from the game. You're gone. And here's the real picker. Your team has to play the rest of the game with only 10 players. That is a massive disadvantage. And just remember, 2 yellow cards for the same player automatically equals a red. Okay, deep breath. We have arrived. This is the Mount Everest of football rules for beginners. It's the one you always hear people yelling about at the TV. So let's finally demystify it once and for all. What in the world is offside?
Okay, I know. Reading that definition out loud sounds incredibly complicated, almost like a piece of legal text. But stick with me here. It's all about where an attacking player is positioned at the exact moment their teammate passes the ball forward. Don't worry, the next slide breaks this down way more clearly.
See? It's really a 3-step sequence. First, an attacker has to be in that offside position. Second, the ball has to be passed forward to them while they're in that position. And third, they have to actually get involved in the play. If all 3 of those things happen, boom, it's a foul. And the whole purpose of this really complicated-sounding rule is actually super simple. It's to stop attackers from just goal hanging. Camping out right next to the goal, waiting for a cheap pass. So you might be thinking, who on earth is keeping track of all of this stuff while the game is moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour? Well, it's not just one person. It's a whole team of officials, all working together to keep the game fair.
You've got the referee, who's basically the main boss on the field, but they get a ton of help. You have the assistant referees running the sidelines. They're absolutely crucial for spotting those tricky offside calls. Then there's a 4th official who handles things like substitutions. And in most professional leagues now, you have the video assistant referee, or VAR, who can use video replays to help get the biggest, most game-changing calls right.
So, we've gone through players, fouls, officials, and it might seem like a whole bunch of restrictions. But let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. All of these rules, they aren't designed to limit the game, they're designed to make it beautiful.
This quote right here, this just nails it. The rules aren't meant to be chains holding the game back. They are the canvas.
By making sure there's a level playing field, they create the high-stakes tension, the tactical puzzles, and the drama that makes football so incredibly thrilling to watch.
I mean, really think about it for a second. Without the offside rule, there would be no need for clever, coordinated attacks. Without foul rules, the game would just fall into chaos instead of showcasing unbelievable skill under pressure. This framework is what gives birth to those incredible tactical chess matches between coaches and those unforgettable moments of individual genius that we all love.
So, the next time you sit down to watch a match, you're not just going to see a bunch of people chasing a ball. You'll see the system. You'll understand the code behind the chaos. Will you be able to spot the attacker timing their run perfectly to beat the offside trap? Or see that tactical foul that cleverly stops a dangerous counterattack? There's a whole new layer of the game that's just opened up for you. Enjoy it.